Honorable Mayor Fury, members of the City Council of the City of Torrance, I'm Rafi Rabukas, President of the Board of Governors at the Young Leaders Pact, and the 13th Torrance Students in Government they made. I was once told that the California dream is the American dream with some nice sunny weather. I'd like to think that the Torrance dream is the California dream in a big city with a small hometown feel. This past year has been marked by enormous challenges as you, our elected representatives, have been working to balance public safety, the health of your constituents, and the health of our economy. Thank you for the sacrifices that you make to ensure that this community remains a balanced one. I ask that each of you continue to be reminded of the needs of our youth with every decision you make. Thousands of young leaders in this city depend on service-minded people to ensure that our city remains unstoppable, just as it is today, for generations. Thank you.
Honorable Mayor and City Council, David Torrance. I need to disclose that I do serve the City of Torrance as a Planning Commissioner. My comments tonight are my own and not on behalf of the city. As such, I make a point not to comment on items that have come before planning. You already have the minutes with my comments, suggestions, concerns in regards to the site code. It's good to see everyone again in person. I want to congratulate Councilman Walser. Having known you through the chamber for several years, I know you have our city's best interests in heart, as well as those of our residents and businesses. I want to thank the Torrance Police Department for coordinating the National Night Out. The event we hosted at our home in North Torrance was well attended by our neighbors. I know you all were out and about, and I also want to thank Councilman Griffiths, Mr. Santana, Chairman Shake, Commissioner Adelsman for attending, as well as Assemblymember Tucci for his intending to come before a COVID exposure scare. I also want to thank you all for standing up against Senate Bills 9 and 10. For those in attendance and watching, among other things, if passed, a single home could now be replaced with up to 4 units. This will not create affordable housing. I'm not an opponent of development, but this is a usurpation of local control and will remove the ability of residents to come to their planning or council on these matters.
What?
We expect those extra 30 seconds too. What name did you call?
Kaylee C.
Hello. I would say it's nice to see y'all in person, but it's actually not. I'm here to stand in solidarity with Christopher DeAndre Mitchell's family. He was taken from us almost 3 years ago, and y'all have done nothing. I don't know how you can spend your energy upholding white supremacy and anti-blackness in the city of Torrance, but please stop. It's embarrassing. We don't like it. Please create a civilian oversight committee like y'all have been asked to and advised to. You are not creating safety in the city of Torrance if you are not protecting everyone. Just like that 5-year-old girl's life matters, Christopher DeAndre Mitchell's life matters. It still does. It always will. And fire the officers. We aren't even asking you to put them in jail. We are abolitionists. We do not believe in jail. But fire them. They should not be officers on the street. Period.
Good evening, dishonorable members of Torrance City Council. I'm here in solidarity with Sister Sherilyn, with Black Lives Matter, and with Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. I want to say his name again in these halls of power, Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. You guys have the power to create a civilian oversight commission. What do you have to lose other than your support from police unions? We know you're in the pocket of police unions and refuse to do what's clearly right, we have a mandate for it. And to fire the officers. Again, what do you have to lose with by taking these people off the force? You have killer cops on your force, and you continue to let them kill more and more. I don't understand how you come into your elected positions without doing something about that.
Baba Akili. here because I wanted to see y'all face to face. I called in a couple of times, and I want to look at you all face to face and tell you what I've been telling you, is that you are all on the wrong side of history.
Say that.
You all are on the same side of history as those who fought against Martin Luther King for civil rights. You're on the same side of history of those who continue to fight for slavery. You're on the wrong side of history. And history will notice that. This will not go unnoticed. You can make a decision now to change your placement in history. I hope you do so. I don't have much faith, but I hope you do so.
The fact that you're limiting public comment to 1 minute, period, first of all, is a disgrace. It is a violation of the Brown Act. It is violating our First Amendment rights. It is limiting democracy. And it shows how scared every single one of you are. You're scared of our power. You're scared of the truth. You're scared of 3 words. Black Lives Matter. Justice for Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. And for the 3 of you who are new here, welcome. We will continue to show up every week and demand the same 2 things that we've been demanding. Create a civilian oversight commission of the police department like we were told to do 6 months before Christopher was murdered. And fire the officers who killed him. Anthony Chavez and Matthew Concannon should not be walking the streets and holding a badge or a gun. And the fact that you refuse to do anything about it, and you sat here in COVID after the murder of George Floyd, when the world sat and reckoned with what it means to have a black man be murdered time and time again, and have an uprising in the streets to demand for justice, y'all did nothing.
Group that's yelling out, screaming, applauding, whatever, to cease and desist. You may not speak out, yell out from the audience. You want to hear everybody, and you're doing that. It's just delaying everything. So please, wait your turn to speak. We will listen to you speak. Anybody else?
Stephanie? It's been almost 3 years. We're still waiting for justice in the name of Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. You need to create a civilian oversight committee. You need to get Matthew Concannon and Anthony Chavez off the streets. They're going to kill someone else. We know that racism is running rampant in this city. We know that white supremacy, we know that brutality is the name of the game in this city. And we're here and will continue to be here, as you know, to remind you of that fact. We will not stop fighting for justice for Christopher DeAndre Mitchell. Also, housing is a human right. I just got to slide that in there. I don't know what's going on in this city. I don't know what's going on in this city, but there is a darkness at the core. I don't think any of you has a living, breathing heart. Black Lives Matter. We will not stop showing up.
Out of order, disrupting our meeting. I need to wait for your turn to speak. Do not stop interrupting. You will be asked to leave the council chamber and city hall. Did somebody else sign up?
Sheila? Sheila, go ahead.
I wanted to look each and every one of you in the face. I want you guys to know the voice that tells you every single week that you guys are all going straight to hell. Because every single time you have delayed justice in the name of Christopher DeAndre Mitchell, every single time you have delayed that, you are basically saying you have no empathy for any human being at all. You have 2 officers that have already murdered and have continued to murder on your street, and you have done absolutely nothing to prevent that from happening to another family. Each of you should be ashamed of yourself while you sit there with your smug faces and your blank stares. You do not care about any rights. You do not care about any human being. You sit there with your pompous, bro attitude and do absolutely nothing for your community that you swore that you were going to do for. It's bullshit. And I want you to know that I'm saying this to each and every one of you in your eyes, that you are literally inhumane human beings.
That's right.
Gazelle Norm.
Good evening, everybody. I'm speaking on behalf of the pod that has been going around to have the homelessness in the civic center. I'm totally opposed to that because I live here and it's our kids' future and their safety. So I totally do not want this in our area in Torrance because I picked this place to live because for my own safety and the kids. So whatever's happening, this needs to be stopped, and we're not gonna allow anybody, just like any homeless pods in the Torrance and civic center. So I'm just here to speak, like, please don't do this in here. We pay for our safety, we pay the tax here, so everything is, and whatever we're paying for the Torrance city. So our safety comes first on our kids, so we don't want this homeless pod in Torrance. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Your Honor, court topic not brought me the rest of the meeting, please, for 15 minutes.
I don't know. Why are you sitting behind me?
Pork chop, try to get up and move into next year.
Did you say pork chop? Hello everyone. I hope you missed me. We are back together. Congratulations for the new appointed council member. And I would like to talk about that, your new tax proposal, what you try to do with the taxpayers' money. You had the audacity to approve over $100,000 of a taxpayers' money to try to make a vote for the raised taxes. Now today I made a nice video because Mr. Cerna said that we need that money for public safety. Well, the 4 firefighter was buying dinner or whatever on the corner of Hawthorne Boulevard and Lomita Boulevard. And we need more tax-paying money so they can use a bigger truck because they just used a brand new $750,000 car or engine. I'm sorry, engine. Thank you.
That concludes all communications. Moving on now to the consent calendar. Are there any council members wishing to pull any items listed on the input from the audience?
Motion to approve the consent calendar in its entirety.
Start voting, please.